Okay, so this is a dive that I did back on Sunday, which was February 21st, 2021. This was our first dive of the day, and I'm diving with a great guy, Jonathan Arnett. He's a very, very highly skilled tech diver, and we're diving at Kraken Springs here in Georgia. We're going to be doing a deep dive down to the bottom, which is about 135, 140 feet or so. Well, the water's about between 48 and 50 degrees from the top to the bottom. No thermoclines at this time of year. And you can see I'm wearing a dry suit. It's a Pinnacle Liberator. Tri-laminate. So right now we're descending down to the bottom. We're about, I don't know, about close to 60 feet or so. Still going. About 75 feet or so, you'll see that it start to get dark. You start to lose sunlight about 70, 75 feet. That's when we have our lights on. Yeah, see, it's getting darker now. I'm constantly checking my depth on my computer there. That's why you see me bringing up my arm, looking at my computer constantly. Definitely getting dark now. About 90 feet down. Still a ways to go. So our plan is we'll get to the bottom. We'll group up, check and make sure we're both okay. And there's a line going from this platform back towards the dock. So we're about halfway out in the quarry. About 122 feet now. Almost there. Almost there. About 140 feet or so. Yep, there's the bottom. We were pleasantly surprised on how clear it was. Which won't stay that way. It's almost impossible not to silt up the bottom at this location. So we did take a compass bearing before we went down. So now we're okay, make sure we're okay. And John's looking for the line. Just so we have a good bearing on direction we can go. Yeah, I was looking around and I saw this. Someone seemed to put a Captain American shield down there. So I'm just looking around at this point. Kind of looks like another world, another totally different hostile landscape, like you're on Mars or the moon or something down at this depth. It's getting pretty cloudy now. Still looking for the line. I pointed at that because I thought that was the rope that we should follow, but no, it was cut. So about 140 feet, we got about 6 minutes of bottom time. So we don't have very long to look for this rope before we have to start heading up. John's looking. Couldn't find it really. Getting really cloudy now. So at this point we're like, screw it. Let's just go by your compass, get our heading and go. Yeah, see, he's like, okay, we're gonna go this way. Got our compass heading. So we slowly start moving back toward the dock. Gradually riding our NDL. sure what that was. Looks like it was just some sediment that piled up, made some weird kind of formation. As soon as I touched it, it just exploded, fell apart. So where I'm diving at is an old flooded rock quarry, freshwater. It's the same aquifer that Anheuser-Busch uses for their brewery. So we're about 130 feet or so at here. You're probably wondering where all the wildlife and marine life is. At this depth, there's not a lot of oxygen in the water, so even in the summertime, it's still the same temperature, looks exactly the same, and there's no fish really at this depth. But even if you're at 30 feet, at this time of year, the water's so cold, they're all pretty much dormant, hiding in the rocks. So our plan is we'll head back we get to the wall and start gradually making our way back toward the dock. Gradually ascending as we head back. If you ever dove with a dry suit before, best just feeling I can describe it. It's like wearing a balloon around your body filled with air. So you have to keep as horizontal as you can. That way the air that's inside your suit won't go to your feet and make you flip upside down. But you'll see what happens, because that happened to me in this dive actually, and you'll see what I do to correct it. So we checked, make sure we're okay. We found the wall, so now we're heading towards the dock, gradually ascending. John decided to take the Captain America shield with him. Checking my computer there, checking depth, bottom time, air supply. It's all right there on my computer. So the camera that I'm using is a Paralens. It's basically strapped to my mask, so it videos anything I'm basically looking at. So here I'm telling John that I'm down to 1,000 psi, which basically means I need to ascend a little faster. Ideally, you don't want to end your dive with anything less than 500 psi. You want to keep 500 psi just as your reserve in case something goes wrong, which is what they train you in the open water class. First dive I've made since August, so it's been a while. Glad to get back in the water finally. Work's been busy, been doing a lot of honeydew items at home. So now we're about 65 feet here. You can kind of see the sun peeking through the water. Kind of looks like a snow-covered mountain. still heading up about 45 feet here. Still heading up gradually. Funny, as soon as I signaled okay, I accidentally positioned myself to where all the air in my suit went to my feet. You can see I just went totally inverted. So in training they teach you when this happens, dry suit diving, you just do a somersault and right yourself back up, no big deal. Get yourself horizontal and turn around and continue your dive. Nothing to panic about. After the dive, Jonathan was like, I wondered what the hell you were doing. Yeah, because while I was inverted, I decided to wave. It's getting a little close to the wall, so I just pushed myself away. Signaling I'm okay again. Yep. Still slowly moving. About 37 feet, I think. About here. 38, 39 feet. So about 30 feet, it really starts turning into the clarity really goes down, it really turns into pea soup. So I start switching my light to a narrow beam to kind of help see a little better. Help John keep track of me. Visibility really starts going down at about this depth. So as we got close, I noticed these bubbles coming up. I was watching them and I figured that was probably not a diver because they were too constant. So I was like, that's probably the bus, and the air's coming up from people diving the bus and it vents out. So that's why I looked up and saw the platform. I was like, oh, there it is. You can barely see it with all the cloudiness in the water. And there's a line right there that you see that I grab, that I tell John I'm going to follow back to the dock where we started. So he's like, okay, yep, going to follow the line, yep, he's good. So we start heading back, following the line back to the dock. At this point in time, we're doing a 3-minute safety stop. So by the time we get to the dock, we have met that obligation and should be able to surface safely. So there's the dock. Got to navigate the ropes that are tied down to different areas of the quarry here. It was a great day to dive. And the weather was perfect. Not a cloud in the sky really. Bright and sunny as you can see in the water. Wish the water was clear. There's John. Still got the shield. I told him I've met my safety stop obligation and I'm good to surface. And there's the dock. We're back home. Nice and safe. That was a 140-foot cold water dive at Kraken Springs with Jonathan Arnett and myself, Chris Kitchens. Thanks for watching.